my Quilty friends, in today's video I'm going to tell you 10 things no one tells you about a JUKI TL sewing machine. This video is perfect for you if you're considering buying one or you've just got one and it's new to you. So let's start off with number 1. First up, let's talk about the Bobbin Winder. It's actually independent of the sewing machine, meaning you can have your sewing machine threaded and wind bobbins independently. You don't have to unthread your machine to wind the bobbin, and I love that feature about them. Now, the one little tricky thing about the TL machines is we want to clip the bobbin onto this little metal pin here. Now, the pin is really little, and when I first got my machine I thought it was broken, but it isn't. It's just little, and what we need to do is we need to take our bobbin when it's been threaded correctly, take this little hole here and place it right on top of that pin. Now, it just sits on top. It doesn't click in or anything, so it can be a little bit fiddly. So what I'm going to do is just twist my bobbin. Oh, now I can see my pins move, so I'm just going to move the pin back, pop that bobbin on top, and then I know it's in place. So it didn't clip or anything, it literally just sits on top. But we know it's in place perfectly when we can close this lever. Now I'm ready to go and wind my bobbin. So we just lift this lever, cut our thread, and it's done. So just remember, this little notch here has to sit on top of the little pin. So the tension can take a little bit of getting used to, and depending on your TL sewing machine, it is slightly different. Learning to adjust the tension correctly can take some time. But remember, if you're having problems with your stitches on the top, that's an issue with your bobbin. And if you're having issues with the stitches on the bottom, then that's your top tension. Next up, we have the automatic needle threader. Now, a lot of people say it's hard to use on the TL machines. I personally find it really easy. I've made sure my machine is threaded correctly. I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to use my needle up, needle down button to go down and then up to make sure my needle is in the correct position. Then we're going to push down the lever, and all we need to do is place our thread under the silver bar and then through this plastic sort of hook here. And I'm not really aiming for precision, I'm just making sure I'm going under that bar, into that plastic slot, and then I let go. And it's as easy as that. It's threaded. It works for me perfectly every single time. So next up is the TL sewing machines are on the heavy side. They are semi-industrial, made almost completely out of metal, which makes them heavy. They weigh just over 25 pounds. Now there is a handle here, whoops, and I can lift it up from that, but it is on the heavy side. Now it's fine to move around your sewing room, but I wouldn't want to be carting it backwards and forwards to the car constantly. I think it's a tad bit too heavy for that. So next up is the bobbin. It's on the side here and it's all metal. And I didn't particularly want to show you that. What I wanted to show you was this next thing, is that when we put it in, it's pretty self-explanatory, but the secret to it is hearing it click. Did you hear that click? Once you've heard that click, we know it's ready to go and in place correctly. So next up is we do need to oil our JUKI sewing machines, and it's really simple. We just need to do one drop here, 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 and here. And we do that every 3 to 4 months, and that's all in your manual, but the next bit is important. So we're looking inside the machine now, and I've taken my bobbin out, and we need to place one drop of oil right here. And when we've done that, we turn the hand wheel towards us a couple of times just to lubricate it. So this is called the hook, and it should be oiled every full bobbin change that you do, and a lot of people don't know this. Next up is the beautiful timeless design. JUKI has maintained the TL series for decades without any significant changes, so it's a really timeless sewing machine. Something I love about that is you're investing in a machine that won't become outdated by new sewing machines that come out every year, updating the model that you have. So the feet aren't quick release, which is a really nice feature of modern sewing machines. However, we need to remember that this is a semi-industrial machine and our feet are made of all metal. So we use our little T-bar screwdriver to unscrew them and take them off like that. And then we just get our next foot and attach it just like that as well. And I like to keep my feet, because they are all metal, in a magnetic tray. along with my T-bar screwdriver so I never lose any of them, and that way they all stay together nicely and organized. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but you do get used to it, and I do love the fact that they're all metal and none of them are getting chipped or broken or worn out like some of my past feet have. So now let's talk about the feet. The feet that you can get with the TL sewing machines are really amazing. You might need to buy them individually depending on the TL model that you've got. But my absolute favorite is the left compensating foot. This foot is a game changer when you're trying to stitch a 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, and I've started using mine to finish off my binding, and I'm absolutely in love with it, and think if you've got a TL machine and you don't have this foot yet, add it to the top of your wish list. So lastly, we have the knee lift. Now this is my absolutely most favorite thing that no one's telling you about. That is a game changer. When I heard that it came with a knee lift, I did not see it as an advantage until I tried it. And I have to admit, it took me a wee while to try it, but once I did, it really is a game changer, and I personally would never buy another sewing machine without a knee lift. What you do is you pop this little contraption into the hole in the front there, and then what we do is we use our knee to control our foot lever going up and down, and what it means is we can sew hands-free. And this little feature is my absolute favorite feature that I never knew that I needed, and now I couldn't live without. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button, and even better, leave me a comment and let me know if there's anything you think I've missed off on my list and any questions you have on the JUKI TL sewing machines. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.